We're back for the final part of our deep dive into Polly Crazy. And I gotta say, my head is still spinning.
I know what you mean. It's like trying to solve a puzzle where the pieces keep changing shape.
Right. And there's so many layers to this story, like this symbolism.
Oh, yeah. The author really packs it in.
Take, for example, the recurring motif of cherries.
Interesting.
Polly uses it suggestively during the interview, and it keeps popping up in relation to desire and temptation.
It's almost like a little red flag.
Warning us about the dangerous games being played.
Right. And cherries are often associated with threesomes.
Which ties back into the themes of polyamory.
And the exploration of unconventional desires.
It's like the author is deliberately using this symbolism to add another layer of meaning to the narrative.
It's not just about a physical act. It's about pushing boundaries and the allure of the forbidden.
And speaking of symbolism, what about the Venault's names?
Vashli and Scarlet.
Yeah. Do those hold any significance, or am I reading too much into it?
Not at all. Names are rarely accidental choices in literature.
Okay, so what do they mean?
Well, Ashley, traditionally a male name, could be hinting at the stud persona she embodies in the relationship.
Oh, I see.
She's the one who inherited the security empire, the one who's supposed to be in control.
And then you have Scarlet.
A name that evokes the color red.
Symbolizing passion, danger, and even blood.
Remember, she's the one who suffers the head injury, the one whose perception of reality is compromised.
Wow, that's a really interesting connection. And the accident itself
The fall from the ladder.
could be seen as a metaphor for their fall from grace.
The ladder symbolizing ambition.
And the relentless pursuit of success.
And the fall represents the risks and consequences that come with striving for those heights.
It's like a cautionary tale.
Right, like the author is reminding us that even the most seemingly secure foundations can crumble.
Now let's talk about that cliffhanger ending.
Ashley questioning her own sanity.
Replaying events in her mind, flashing back to that question from the dinner party, what y'all know about Polly.
It's like the story is hinting at a larger conspiracy.
Like maybe this was all orchestrated.
Is it a case of mistaken identity?
Was Polly planted in their lives for some unknown purpose?
Or is Ashley's paranoia simply a product of her TBI and the psychological toll of recent events?
We're left with more questions than answers.
But the author does raise a provocative question for us, the readers.
Which is?
If a shared fantasy feels real, if it has tangible consequences, is it truly just a fantasy?
I see, ma'am.
It makes you think about the nature of reality.
The power of the mind to create experiences that feel completely real even if they're not.
It's like the line between sanity and madness becomes blurred.
So what's the takeaway from all of this?
Well, I think Polly Crazy is more than just a thriller.
Okay.
It's a psychological exploration of desire deception and the fragility of our own perceptions.
It reminds us that everyone has secrets, hidden desires, and vulnerabilities lurking beneath the surface.
And sometimes it's those hidden depths that make us the most vulnerable to manipulation and deceit.
This deep dive has been a wild ride.
It had.
We've unpacked symbolism, questioned reality, and explored the complexities of desire.
Polly Crazy isn't just a suspenseful read.
It's a story that stays with you, prompting you to examine your own assumptions about the world and the people around you.
So, dear listener, as we wrap up this deep dive, we leave you with this final thought.
What secrets are you hiding, and how might they manifest in unexpected ways?
Keep those minds open, and until next time.
Happy reading!